What is happening?
So I'm able to post everywhere.
Which is weird.
Yeah. There we go. Finally. Oh my gosh.
It worked.
I see all of you out here say, no, it's not starting tomorrow. It's starting right now.
Right now.
Starting right now. Owen, thanks for tuning in. C-Dog, how we doing? Max, it's starting right now. It's starting right now. All right. We're here. We Ty and I just got done recording tomorrow's podcast episode. So that first one we were running behind, and then we hop in here, and StreamYard, the service that we use, is like, yeah, no, I don't want to go live right now. And we're like, kind of need you to. Who has pipes? Game on, boys. Game on, brother. Chris is here. Let's go. We're ready. We're out here. We're going to hop in a Best Ball Mania 5 draft. We're out here trying to win $1.5 million. This is crunch time. I mean, we have got 2 weeks until the regular season starts. This is the time to get all these best ball drafts in before it's Battle Royale's the entire season. And we can't do these best ball drafts. And it feels like I've been doing them for only like a month. But really, we've been drafting since like April in these drafts.
No
I can't believe
kidding.
we're gonna lose our drafting soon. Hey, C-Dog hopes we win. All the good vibes over here. All the good vibes over here from C-Dog. Season's taking too long to get here. Hey, we're almost there. We are almost there. I'm super hyped for week 1. If you all do want to get on any drafts over on Underdog Fantasy before the regular season starts, Underdog Fantasy code fellas over there. I just realized, oh no, the banner's updated. That's right. I forgot about that. The banner is updated. Our code will get you our 2024 draft guide for 100% free. You'll get a Bareece Hall Pick'em free square at half a total yard for their Pick'em lobby for free with our code as well. And you'll get your first deposit matched up to 50% of $1,000. Now, I do want to make sure I say this. Just because they'll match up to 50% of $1,000 does not mean you should do that. Please play responsibly. All right. Only put in what you can afford. Just because they can match you that much doesn't mean you should automatically just start with that much. So, but again, code fellas over on Underdog. We're going to hop in a Best Ball Mania 5 draft here. So if you got your Underdog pulled up, we'll hop in here. We'll go 5, 4, 3 to 1. Look at that. Oh, we're the last people to slide in here, Ty.
Oh,
Influencer 101. You love to see it.
Oh.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Look, this actually is great, though, because when we draft on the turn, we can make our picks and we can just answer a crap ton of questions. So if you have a fantasy football question, make sure you put it in the chat. Ty and I will do our best to get to it as we're drafting this team here. Now, I do have a question, though, Ty, because with the 101, with the CeeDee Lamb contract dispute, with the Christian McCaffrey injury, are you still taking Christian McCaffrey or CeeDee Lamb at the 101, or are you willing to go Tyreek Hill here?
I feel like we're so close to the regular season that I kind of want to go Tyreek here.
I kind of do too.
But at the same time, we're passing up on Christian.
I hate how my 101 teams turn out without Christian McCaffrey, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we can rule out CeeDee, but even their contracts are close. Even the contract is close there apparently over the last couple of days. I feel like, yeah, how about that? I almost said we should just go Tyreek here. Now here I am almost about to say like there's no wrong pick here actually because everything's looking up for everybody. I feel like McCaffrey still should be the first pick though.
I wouldn't forgive myself if we passed up on McCaffrey and he ended up being the guy this year again. So we're just going to take McCaffrey. We're going to be safe there, and we're going to punch running back for quite some time. Look, all right. So this is the point now where you can see how the draft unfolds on the board. We'll kind of make some comment. Okay, there goes Amon-Ra at the 104.
Oh boy, people.
in a half PPR as well. That's the thing to keep in mind about all underdog drafts as well. So if you have fancy questions, drop them in the chat, and Ty and I will do our best to get to them here. I've got a few coming in already. Ty Aiden says, who should I take? Fifth pick in 10-man league PPR: Jefferson, Bijan, or Brees? Who's your preference there?
That's a great question. Honestly, I would say Brees. But I don't think you can go wrong with any of these guys. My preference is just Brees, just because I think he's got the better chance to finish as the top overall guy at his position versus Jefferson and Bijan. Like Bijan can also be the RB1 at the end of the year. I would just bet on it being Brees rather than Bijan. And then with Jefferson, we don't mind Jefferson, but I feel like this year it the best way to describe Jefferson is that the league winner, Justin Jefferson, probably won't be here for this year, but because he's so involved, he is the offense in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. He's not going to lose you anything.
I'm just going to make a note quick about the draft. Jonathan Taylor going ahead of AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson going ahead of AJ Brown here. I feel like AJ Brown. I get AJ Brown isn't everybody's favorite player, and they're a little bit scarred from last year. But man, so I'm going to spoil part of tomorrow's podcast. I asked the question though: are we sure we should be drafting Jamar Chase with as much confidence ahead of AJ Brown as we currently are? Just with again, Jamar Chase is holding in for a contract dispute. Joe Burrow coming off of the wrist injury. Jalen Hurts, this offense is only going to get better this year. AJ Brown still had a 6-game stretch where he went for 120 plus receiving yards. I mean, part of me is like, I think we should be drafting AJ Brown and Jamar Chase interchangeably rather than Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jamar Chase. Like, I'm starting to get there in my thought process, and I don't know if I love it or I hate it. Honestly,
no. It feels weird saying that like Jamar Chase might be closer to that Garrett Wilson and AJ Brown range because you know the talent that is Jamar Chase, but the fact is that like we haven't really like seen Jamar Chase do it other than his rookie season, and that was 3 years ago. Like, are we sure that Jamar Chase is going to be here this year? No one wants to mention it, no one wants to say it, but it's kind of a true statement.
Yeah, so Nas noting Jalen Waddle going super early. I mean, Jalen Waddle is going like wide receiver 13, 14 right now on Underdog, and that's just kind of the reality of Underdog drafts is everybody shakes hands and says, yep, we're drafting wide receivers early. If you don't draft him, you're missing out, which is why I hate going Chris McCaffrey at the 101 because these are the wide receivers we're looking at, Ty, and we have to double dip wide receivers here. I refuse to. Man, crap. I really like Kyren Williams here.
I mean,
oh gosh, we have to take our medicine. I think we go Devontae for sure. He's my favorite in this range.
Okay, yeah.
I think we go Devontae for sure.
I'm just gonna put him in the queue.
I like Kyren better than Saquon this year, flat out.
Flat out. Well, I would agree with you.
Oh, right. Why would I take the value on a guy when I just flat out believe in Kyren Williams more?
It's a good point.
So it's either Kyren Williams or Mike Evans, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf. Those are the only names I'm really looking at here. Or we could go Denniston, Oliver Moore too, but
I feel like Kyren.
Fine, we'll do it. We'll go double hero RB, baby. Let's win millions this year. Double hero RB. Let's do it. We're winning millions this year. Double hero RB. Everyone else can stick their wide receivers up their rear end here. We don't need a wide receiver heavy team. We need a running back heavy team.
People are going to be so yes. People are going to be so confused when they see that our running back 3 is Bucky Irving. It's like, what? Why'd you do that? Well, if you saw our start, you would know.
So we did end up going Devontae, Kyren with Chris McCaffrey. With our first 3 picks. Let's dive into a few more questions here, Ty. Solnas did say, I think Jamar will still go with the healthy Burrow. Yeah. I don't think that Joe Burrow is unhealthy. I just think you listen to people talk about his wrist injury. It's not just like a fracture and he comes back and it takes some time to heal and he's fine again. Like this is something you listen to AJ Hawk talk about it on the Pat McAfee show. And this is something like linebackers deal with. This isn't a quarterback wrist injury kind of a thing. Oh, hello, Rashee Rice in the third round.
Whoa.
Hello, Rashee Rice.
What is happening?
Where is that in accordance to ADP? Because where is Rice currently going?
Way ahead.
It was only a round ahead of ADP. Rice has been steamed up.
Well,
I mean, he's going in the Amari Cooper, T. Higgins range now.
Yes, correct.
So that was a full round ahead of ADP. Wow. Okay.
Jeez. Setting up the
in your home leagues. Yeah, I was gonna say in your home leagues, Rashee Rice has not been up.
What is happening?
Well,
Josh Jacobs.
Who are you? Oh my gosh. Josh Jacobs is going in like the 5th round, is he not?
Yes.
Yeah,
he's been getting pushed
16 picks ahead of ADP. Or 14 picks ahead of ADP, excuse me.
Oh my
wow.
What is happening here? This draft is on drugs. And it's not even 8:00 yet. We're not getting any late night pushes or anything. What is happening?
This isn't even plus EV hours.
No, what is happening?
This ain't even EV after dark. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Can you do a favor for your boy here, real quick though?
Yeah. What's up?
Can we go Richardson at the turn here?
No, we cannot, Ty. No.
Why?
No, we cannot. Not after double hero RB. No, we cannot. We are value hunting from here on out.
No. Oh man.
No, we cannot. The answer is no. We are double dipping wide receiver. Unless if the wide receivers suck. Then maybe.
Oh.
Ask me in
even at that.
Picks.
Whoa. Dalton Kincaid. What is happening? What is happening?
He's the first tight end off the board. I get the stack with Josh Allen. But happening? Gosh. Oh gosh.
I don't know if this draft sucks, but it's wild.
So I'm going to address this from JMO here quick. Jacobs in the 5th round is absurd, though. In Underdog drafts, it is because, again, as I mentioned up top, everybody on Underdog has basically just spit on their hands, shook in their hands, and said, "Yep, we're all drafting wide receivers early. We can figure out running backs later." That's the reason why Josh Jacobs is pushed down, and he's going round 3 in your home leagues. On Underdog, everyone has just said wide receivers matter more. It's 3 wide receiver leagues. We're just going to take them early. We'll go ahead and we'll slaughter each other for running backs later. But in the early round, we're gonna pour on the avalanche as soon as possible. And Dalton Kincaid started massive run of tight ends. Crap as T. Higgins goes off the board. I think Amari Cooper is our first pick here. You and I both like Amari,
dude. I'm a big fan of that Lamar Mark Andrews stack. We have to. I mean, have to. We have to.
God, where's hit him with the gritty 18 when we need him? Where's hit him with the gritty 18 when we need him, man? This is a hero. It's not even a hero wide receiver because it's Devontae Adams. Hey, look, we're just having fun tonight. In case you can't tell, we're having fun tonight. But also, okay, can I say this, though? I don't think I've drafted a team where I've started elite quarterback, double elite running back, elite tight end. I have never started
unique build. Unique build.
That's what I'm talking up to. Unique build. Oh, man. I'll put up the big board here and we'll get back to questions in the chat here. Yeah, y'all notice ADPs on Underdog are just they're different. You'll see ETN at the 411 here to be like, no way ETN falls that low. Okay, everybody on Underdog has just shaken on everything and said we'll fight for wide receivers. We'll figure out running backs later. So this is a question that I saw earlier. Nets W plays, put it back in the chat again. You want Waddle and Andrews or Olave and Kittle? Which do you prefer? I prefer Waddle and Andrews. That's a no-brainer to me.
Correct.
I'm going to have it soon where Waddle's going to be higher than Olave in my rankings.
Whoa. Okay here,
and I'm an Olave guy.
Oh, you have
an
been
Olave
the
guy.
Olave guy. Oh, Mo doesn't agree with that though.
Mo. Mo's gonna make an appearance. Where's Mo? Is he in there with you?
No, he's in the other room looking out the glass doors at the park, and so he sees either a squirrel or a dog walking by, and he's trying to say hello, but he doesn't really know how to say hello.
He just knows how to bark at the top of his lungs. Real. Avery mentions what's your pick 2 strategy? This is a fun one because I have a very distinct strategy for how I like to build out my first 3 to 4 rounds. And you can say whether you agree or disagree, Ty, as you're like making sure Mo isn't like dying over by the glass window. I love assuming Christian McCaffrey goes number 1. I am taking CeeDee Lamb or Tyreek Hill number 2. When it comes back to me in the late second round, I am. What are you upset about?
What is Team 11 doing? What are we doing
that's
here?
Double elite quarterback. That's double elite quarterback.
What are we doing here?
I'm like Anthony Richardson. I don't mind that. Oh yeah, he has Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts. Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
And he just took Rome Odunze as his second wide receiver.
No, this dude pops in the chat. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at that.
Look who it is.
Oh, we love you, Colin. We love you. I want to get back to Avery's pick 2 strategy here. We're getting a little bit off the rails here. Avery's pick 2 strategy. Look, I'm going Tyreek Hill number 2 until CeeDee Lamb signs a contract. And once CeeDee Lamb signs a contract, I'll take CeeDee Lamb there over Tyreek Hill. But what you can do then in the late second round is whatever running back comes to you. If it is Travis Etienne, if it is Devon Achane, I will still pair Tyreek Hill and Devon Achane together. But then I'm going to take a wide receiver in the next round, likely a Nico Collins, a Deebo Samuel kind of player. And then if I get an elite tight end to fall to me in the 4th round, I love drafting a Trey McBride, a Mark Andrews. Otherwise, you can go ahead and draft another wide receiver there as well to have your elite running back, but then also be able to hold down the wide receiver room as well and have some awesome depth there to start your draft. As Ty, we're on the clock here. We got a double tap wide receiver here, Desperado.
JSN. Oh no.
You want a JSN and Christian Watson? I'm willing to go Deontay and JSN. That good with you? As Mo's going crazy right now? Great. We're double tapping Deontay and JSN here, which I'm good with because Hollywood Brown is not worth it at that price tag. This is a team. We're drafting a team. There's Mo. Everybody give Mo some love. Can we give some likes on the stream for Mo? Who somebody put it in the chat earlier. Avery, I believe Avery said everyone should actually like the stream. Everyone should actually like the stream for Mo. We love Mo. Look at it. Look at that cute little fluff. Look at that cute little fluff. We love Mo around here. We love Mo around here.
He just needed to
clap some love for Mo.
He just needed to. Oh no!
He's got to make sure his voice is heard on stream. He's got to make sure his voice is heard on stream. We love Mo. This might be a solo stream if Mo's going to keep barking like that. Let's go, Mo. Hey, let's go, Mo. Let's go, Mo. We love Mo around here. W Mo. We love it. We love it. Here's another question from MTT. You like the 2nd pick or 7th pick more in a 10-team PPR ESPN league? I lean the 7th pick. I honestly do, because I think at the 7th pick, you're still going to be able to get, assuming your league mates want to go Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Breece Hall, and Bijan Robinson in some order. You can still get an Amon-Ra or Justin Jefferson at pick 7. And I love starting an Amon-Ra or Jefferson because then I think in a 10 team, you can still get a Kyron Williams to come back to you in the second round. And that's one of my favorite starts in the entire world. Ty's gonna be right back. He's got to go ahead and take the doggo out and make sure Mo is not dying and doesn't need his attention for anything else. So I like the 7th pick more. I like how my teams look better from the 7th pick. Because again, late 3rd round, you can still get a Jalen Waddle. 4th round, you get an elite tight end, Trey McBride. Like that's my favorite kind of start this year in draft. So I do prefer the 7th. I think I get more freedom of choice. I get more guys that I believe in, if that makes sense. So I prefer the 7th, but the 2nd pick is not a bad spot to be from. It's a very easy spot to draft from. I just think you can play the 7th to a higher degree versus the 2nd pick you can't go wrong with. So that's how I'll kind of phrase my opinion on the 2 picks. Don't think you can go wrong with JJ, but I don't know. I agree. I don't think you can go wrong with Justin Jefferson either. I 100% agree. This is a great question. Will Smith Sr. biggest win in Best Ball Mania. So yeah, Best Ball Mania in years. I mean, we're playing for millions of dollars right now, right? It is a entrant pool of literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of entrants into this contest, all playing for a total grand prize. That the number one prize is $1.5 million. I don't remember exactly how big the prize was. I made it through. I made it to week 15. I lost out in week 15 though, so I lost out in my pool once I made it out of my original 12-man league. So I believe it was just a little bit over my return on entry. Admittedly, though, this is like the first year that I've really started getting into best ball and really understanding the strategy behind creating teams, behind giving yourself edges compared to all these other teams that are entering into the contest. So admittedly, like I was happy with that, but I was only like one of the teams I drafted, right? I'm getting much more into it now. Now that I'm starting to take it a little bit more seriously and recognizing how much fun best ball contests actually are. So that's a little bit behind my best ball journey, my biggest win in best ball. Admittedly, I've probably paid more entry fees than I have won. But again, the reality of not fully knowing what I was doing in best ball and just wanting to do paid entry leagues because I thought they were fun. Now we're getting into the strategy competitive piece of it as well, as we're about to be on the clock again. Do you want to go running back here? Want to go one running back, one wide receiver?
I feel like we go Sutton, maybe Palmer.
Yep.
Just one more receiver in the rotation.
Yep, I agree.
And then I think we just go best player. I've slowly been coming up on DeAndre Swift.
No, I hate DeAndre Swift.
I know you do. But or do we go Jonathan Brooks? Because we got 2 guys already.
That was my thought. That was 100% my thought. We could, because Jonathan Brooks could come on tail end of the season. Be top.
Clap it up, chat. Clap it up, chat.
Love it. Love the strat here. Double elite running back. Get Jonathan Brooks. We don't need to worry about him the first few weeks. We add Cortland Sutton as our 4th wide receiver, which again we're really going to need to hit on wide receivers in the later rounds. But Ty, we're locking up. We almost might be able to lock up this team on 4 running backs. Honestly, depending on who our next running back is, we might be able to lock up this team on 4 running backs.
I think a lot of people will look at Cortland Sutton and they'll be like, "Why Cortland Sutton?" Just because we need a guy that's going to be like out like a wide receiver.
Touchdowns.
Yep,
that's literally it. Wide receiver 1 and touchdowns. That's the legit reason why. Love that. Solna clapping it up. West Pipes clapping it up. We love it. We love it. Colin had to go.
Boo.
Avery giving Colin some love in the chat.
No,
Colin, you're still here. You liar.
You liar.
You liar. Yeah, NTT is saying, yeah, my favorite start is that Jefferson Brown. Yeah, Kyron start. I 100% agree. If I can start that one of those 2 wide receivers and get Kyron Williams in the second, like that is hands down one of my favorite starts. 11th pick, full PPR 12-man league. Any advice? Yeah, dude, I hate. Ty and I both have said this. We hate drafting on the turn. It's one of our least favorite spots to draft from this year. What you can hope for on the turn is that you can get like a Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs kind of start. That's what I'm praying for in almost all my leagues. Is you can take Garrett Wilson at the 111 more times than not. And you just pray that you can get a Jahmyr Gibbs around the turn, who's dealing with the hamstring injury, right? That he's scared off by enough people, or enough people are scared off by him. Excuse me. For the most part, though, you really got to call your shots on guys around the turn, especially at the 11th pick in a 12-man league. I'm still willing to salvage the first few rounds because I can still get guys like Jalen Waddle and DK Metcalf that I really like if I do end up going like a Jonathan Taylor in the first round, and then I'm forced to take a Marvin Harrison Jr. If you go double elite running back and take JT and Kyron, JT and Saquon and Kyron, whatever combo you want there. Jahmyr Gibbs and Kyron, right? You can still find some good values on wide receivers, but I find it really hard passing up on Garrett Wilson. But then the strat after that is totally open door depending on who slides around the first round turn to you. Anything that you've noticed at the turn tide that's been like helpful for you to think about? Because really for me, it's I've had to just really call my shots on guys while not reaching too far ahead on ADP. You just got to know like the board isn't going to fall to you the way you want it to, and you're just going to have to go ahead and reach on guys because at least guys that we like at guys who are around ADP at the turn aren't guys that we typically have a ton of confidence drafting.
I want to hear your opinion on this.
Yep.
Double running back in your home league at that 11-12 pick.
I don't hate it. You can leave it. People know Mo's there.
Because the thing is, golly dog, you're looking at like a Jalen Waddle, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf at the end of the third, early fourth.
All three guys who we think I think have top 15 upside, and I think you agree with me in that sentiment. So
yeah,
I don't hate going like Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams. If those two are still available, I don't hate that whatsoever. Dude, and then going Jalen Waddle, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. We're about to be on the clock here again, Ty. Few more running back. Gosh, the wide receivers here are just terrible. Holy crap.
Yes, they are.
This is terrible.
I kind of want to go. I kind of want to go Gabe Davis. As gross as it is. Because we just take whatever good weeks. Because at least with Gabe Davis, you take whatever like 18 point spike week he gives you.
Yeah. I'm good with Gabe Davis.
And to be completely honest, then, do we go Gus Edwards here? Or do you think we go double receiver?
I think we need double receiver. I'm even willing to put Brandon Cooks in here too.
So it's a matter of, are we going to wait? Do we want to wait for the second half, rookie, second half of the year rookies, or take Gabe Davis? I think is for sure one of them.
I'm fine with taking Gabe Davis just because, again, if I just need a 20-point week 3 times, which I know Gabe Davis can give me this year. So yeah, I agree with that.
And
because especially best ball when it's automatically put into our lineup.
To be completely honest, is this just a matter of like we like AD Mitchell better than Jalen Polk as players?
Correct.
Indy's going to be the better offense than New England.
Correct. It's just Brandon Cooks or AD. Got to make it quick.
I think it's AD.
All right, good by me. I'm going to take an AD Mitchell there. Mostly because, again, the Josh Downs injury, I'm not overly concerned about it, but it's also one of those where like high ankle sprains, those can linger. And so AD Mitchell could get some nice little run, could be a nice red zone target where Michael Pittman hasn't thrived, where they lost Jelani Woods. I mean, AD Mitchell could be the red zone guy that they need. He thrived in that area in college. So yeah, I'm good taking AD Mitchell and Gabe Davis there. Again, this wide receiver room is not the sexiest piece of work you've ever seen, but that's why we're going to take a crap ton of shots on wide receivers in the later rounds as well to hopefully build out this wide receiver room and again, place less of an emphasis on the running back room after going CMC and Kyron Williams with 2 of our first 3 picks here. From Sol Nas here, is Mike Evans a 3rd rounder in your opinion?
Yes.
Yeah, third round or no earlier. I'm willing to take a middle of the third round.
Yeah.
I prefer
Best ball
other
was kind of
guys.
weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah, best ball is weird where Mike Evans, but Mike Evans didn't go till the third round in this draft either. But Mike Evans was going as like the wide receiver 19 in this draft compared to in home leagues, he's going right around the wide receiver 16.
Yeah, earlier this summer he was closer to 15, so middle of the second round, but that was just because
he was
no
like
one
13
knew
earlier this summer.
Yeah, like it was just because no one knew how to no one knew how they wanted these receivers to kind of play out in drafts. And Mike Evans was like the most familiar commodity. And so that's why he got pushed up. And so he slid back down now into the early third. And I think that's much more appropriate. I think you can make the argument for, closer to 15. I think there's an argument. I necessarily wouldn't, I wouldn't take too many shares of it. But Mike Evans in the third round is, I think, much more, it is much more understandable and is much easier to get behind.
Mm-hmm. Bijan and Chase were on the board. Who'd you take? I would take Bijan over Chase.
Bijan.
That my opinion has changed on that throughout the course of the summer as Jamar Chase is holding in for a new contract, and I've just grown more weary of the Joe Burrow wrist injury. Someone brought it up earlier. Doesn't have a bursic injury, and it was a PCL sprain, which is concerning. Yeah. So that was in regards to Puka, not in regards to Jamar Chase and the wrist injury of Joe Burrow. But yeah, I would lean Bijan over Chase. And my opinion has flipped on that because prior to the summer, I would have just told you Jamar Chase, get your wide receiver. But I'm leaning Bijan then as well. Would you take Laporta if you took Gibbs? I personally wouldn't.
Best ball, it depends. Like I did a draft earlier today where I was at the 12. I took Gibbs and Debo, and Laporta was still right there. And I said, actually, you know what? I've kind of started with that build already. Sure. Yep. And at least in best ball, Laporta is a late third, early fourth. In your home leagues, he's a middle to end of the second round kind of guy. It is a much more, it's a much better price in best ball. He will still find some kind of regression because he was, kind of upheld by the touchdowns last year. So he'll regress a little bit, but at least in best ball, like the penalty for his regression is not going to be as steep as in your home league.
We're about to be on the clock here, looking at a bunch of ugly wide receivers.
No.
I'm kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. I can't lie.
No. JK.
No, you are not getting me to take JK over Tyler Algier.
What?
Fine.
No,
fine.
We can do Algier. It's fine. We can do Algier.
No. You insist on JK. No, you insist on JK. No.
Why not both?
No, stop that. We need wide receivers. No,
Wait, it was on the board.
On the board? Yeah, I hate everybody here. We got to think about game stacking at some point here too. We got a little bit of Indy Jacksonville, Indy with no Tennessee Jacksonville. I kind of don't hate Michael Wilson in this range. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm okay with going Tyler Algier if we just want to shut down running backs.
We should just shut down wide receivers. Yeah. Later. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
Because running backs get real gross. I kind of Nick Chubb. I think if we had
more, he might have been a good one. He might have been a good one here. We probably should have taken Nick Chubb. You're right.
But the thing is, like,
take J.K. Dobbins though.
No, someone wanted to take Algier.
No, so you told me it was fine. I also told you it was fine that we take Dobbins.
Yeah, like we didn't necessarily need to take Nick Chubb. Like, I think, it would have been sweet. Like, again, if Nick Chubb comes back and he's like the Nick Chubb of old, and then we've got Kyren, CMC, and Chubb. I just don't want to play the injury game. That's really the reason. I don't want to play that with him.
We're playing it with J.K. Dobbins. We're playing it with J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, we are.
At least he's
fresh off the Achilles.
At least he's in a practice.
Oh, touche. I'll give you that. I gotta give Grayson a shout out here. Nothing like a lazy summer evening with the fantasy football fellas in the background. Grayson's one of my students at St. Olaf. We appreciate you, Grayson. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Always good to hear from you. Nothing like a little bit of Lucas Tyler banter in the background as you're enjoying one of your final summer evenings before campus starts up again. Here we go. This is a fun one. Let's Zach's adventures here. Let's take a look at his team tie. He's got Kyler Murray, Bijan, Kyron, Waddle. I'm going to assume that's Devontae Smith, Trey McBride, T. Higgins with Deontay Johnson, Jonathan Brooks on the bench. Number one, Ty and I both love your quarterback, Kyler Murray. I love the Bijan Kyron pairing there. I think you scooped up probably value where you could get it. And I love the elite tight end with Trey McBride. The wide receivers scare me a little bit. I do like Waddle. I think Devontae and Deontay Johnson are both safe players, but not guys who I think give you a ton of upside. Oh, but you got T. Higgins there. I missed T. Higgins in there too. So I don't mind it as much then when you mix in T. Higgins too, because Ty and I both like T. Higgins. But if you were to make like one strategical change to this team, Ty, what would you do?
You're going to hate this. I'd probably pass on McBride and go with another receiver.
I get that.
Like, I think actually, because you have Kyler though, it makes up for it.
Sure.
That
you
like they're
the
really
yep.
right. Like, I wouldn't necessarily change anything because you got Kyler. If you missed out on Kyler, then I think it's a very obvious like we probably should have got receiver instead of McBride. But I think it played out nicely enough to then land with Kyler.
No, and I don't hate you saying that but then you think about it too. Instead of going Deontay Johnson or Jonathan Brooks, you're probably looking at like a David Njoku or Jake Ferguson instead. So it really depends on how you value, or even T. Higgins. You probably would have gone a tight end like a Jake Ferguson and George Kittle instead. So it all depends on how you kind of value that range. Where you're right, I think I might have gone a wide receiver with this build instead of Trey McBride, but I'm never going to complain about Trey McBride just because I think he could be the overall tight end one this year, which I will never complain about. So we're going to be on the clock here with some ugly looking wide receivers on the board. Golly, Ty, we made a mistake.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude.
I know we're going to take DeMarcus Robinson here for sure, and I'm tempted to.
Thielen.
We got to look at quarterbacks and tight ends here too. We got to double down on them eventually.
Gino with
with JSN. Yep. Yeah, we'll go that route. And in hindsight 2020, we probably could have gone Swift over Brooks, just to game stack that, but
yeah,
we didn't do a good job correlating week 17 here, really.
No.
At the same time, though, we've been having fun, which is kind of what I care most about in these drafts is having fun. But regardless,
money is not the source of happiness. Your brotherhood is. That's the
amen, brother. Amen. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're gonna hang up on that note. Oh, we should have saved that for the end. Oh yes, money cannot buy you happiness, but brotherhood will. Amen. A few more questions coming in here. Drew, I don't remember if Drew was in the chat here earlier. I think this is the first we've seen from Drew. Thanks for hopping in, Drew. Marvin Harrison Jr. or Puka?
I'm
still going Puka.
Oh gosh, that's tough because they're close. They're close for me.
Yeah.
I'll probably say Puka because I think while Marv can be the most consistent, you are kind of you've seen Puka. Like you've got a year of Puka to kind of go off of. You do not have a year of Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, we do think highly of Marvin Harrison Jr., but like what if it takes him a little bit? Like you do just have to question it. The answer can still be no, I think he hits the ground running. That's an acceptable answer. You just have to ask the question. He is a rookie. What if it takes him a couple weeks? That's all that Puka needs to kind of really separate himself.
Cooper Kupp and going up in the rankings. Yes, he has because of
Same.
that Puka Nacua injury. He recently jumped inside of my top 15. So big fan of Cooper Kupp here, and yeah, he's going up in drafts as well. Give me a ranking of who you would take from the 101 to the 105 in the right order. So for me, I'm still going Christian McCaffrey 101. I assume you would agree. We went 101. We backed that up in this draft. We went Christian McCaffrey 101. I would go at this point. I would go Tyreek Hill 102. I take him over CeeDee Lamb because of the contract dispute. Though it sounds like he and the Cowboys are getting closer. I'm not taking any chances until I CeeDee Lamb has taken pen to paper and signed that contract. So going Tyreek Hill, but then I am taking CeeDee Lamb at 103. Any gripes with those two picks on your end? 104, 105 get interesting. My leaning has become it's between three players for me. Justin Jefferson, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think I'm going Jefferson at 4, Breece at 5. That's my leaning.
Okay.
That's my leaning. You're going Breece at 4. I know you.
Correct.
And at 5, are you going Bijan?
I'm going Bijan.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Because again,
for me, in a PPR format, like I get it. Part of it is I just need to get over myself with how I hate how my teams look when I look at the second round wide receivers I can get in comparison to the second round running backs. Would I rather start with Breece and Drake London, or would I rather start with Justin Jefferson and Travis Etienne? And I think I would rather start with Jefferson, Travis Etienne.
Why can't you start Bijan Etienne?
I mean, you can.
You can.
You do you, boo. Though. It's not a choice. It's not a choice I'm making. But
I mean, I've won the last 2 mock drafts off a double running back start. So I'm just saying there's some proof in the pudding here.
That's just crowdsourced fan beliefs, though. I got the same top 3, but then had Breece 4, Amon-Ra 5. Yeah, and I think that's completely fine too. And especially in a full PPR, I have no gripes with that whatsoever. Gonna be on the clock here. Got 2 of our last 3 picks here, Ty. Need another tight end. Need some wide receiver help. Desperado.
Parkinson.
We'll throw Colby in the queue. We can take Colby. He's definitely my preference here as well. I hate all the wide receivers here.
Yep, same. Scroll the F down, boy.
Yeah, at this point we gotta scroll the F down. At this point,
I Jalen Naylor.
People hot and bothered by Tim Patrick. I don't want to take Jalen Naylor here.
Do you have to take Javon Baker for the vibes?
Yeah. Thanks for giving me permission. Thanks for giving me permission.
I feel like I'm contractually obligated to run Javon Baker by you.
You are contractually obligated.
Bring your popcorn. I make people in wheelchairs stand up.
My toxic trait is drafting Javon Baker on command. Do it. Okay, I will. I'll do it. Third round, fine. I'll do it.
You know that brother was in his car on his phone in that press conference, and right before he went live, he said, "You know what's a really hard line that I made people in wheelchairs stand up," and he found a way to sneak it in.
Not politically correct whatsoever.
No,
but the dog meter went through the roof when he said that. The dog meter skyrocketed. The dog meter said you have to draft him. That really should have been our flag plant. Honestly, in our flag plants episode, it should have been Javon Baker.
It should have. I feel like
you're not drafting Javon Baker in your home leagues, unless your home leagues are going like 18 rounds deep. You're not drafting Javon Baker, but in underdog drafts where we're going 18 rounds and we need all the wide receiver help we can get.
how do I say this? I feel like next year when we do these lives again, the last 4 rounds, again, like Pete Overzet has the scroll the F down bit.
Yep.
We need like something with dogs, right? Like what like finding something to do with just
Dog
drafting
meter.
dogs. The
Yeah,
dog meter
if
on
we can import rankings, can we like do rankings just based on dog meter?
right.
Can we add that to the draft? Can we add that to the draft guide next year instead of consistency, risk, and upside?
Right,
It's just
dog meter. We started, fellas.
This is a
We
brilliant
started new.
idea. Nobody has
we started
added this
new-
to their draft guide.
No one, and we started a separate fellas Twitter account. You know, like Coach Speak Index has his like little
Dog meter index.
dog meter index. That would be sweet.
Nobody else has integrated this in the industry. I have not heard of one other draft guide. Yes, Grayson, Javon Baker got that dog in him. He really do.
Can we get the chat to sign off on this? If you guys if you guys want to see this, please
Cameron,
let
are
us
you
know.
in here? Cameron
Right.
kind of has the final say in a lot of the. I mean, we all have final say, but like Cameron's the one we really need to sign off on this. We're getting rid of the risk, upside, consistency meters, and it's just purely dog meter next year. It is a dog score. It is DAWG score.
I found a bad
Speaking
pick.
of-
I found a bad pick.
Who's
I found a pick with no dog. Kendre Miller.
No dog. That he is
Zero
negative on the
dog
dog
in
meter.
Golly.
And Dennis Allen making sure we all know it. Okay, so let's do this for our last pick.
Just the biggest dog.
Ben, 1.5 is an expensive buy-in. This is just a win, brother. We're not buying in at 1.5 million. This is only $25. We are not buying in at 1.5. But you're right. The title gives those vibes. Okay, dog meter. Got to be a wide receiver too.
Correct.
You know what? Jalen Naylor's kind of up there after some preseason
like
work here.
Khalif
There, here,
Raymond,
Treylon Burks, another guy
dog.
with 0 on the dog meter.
Khalif Raymond, because he's a Dan Campbell guy, so he's got some dog in him, right?
He's
Otherwise,
got
he wouldn't
some
be on the
dog,
team.
Right. Another guy with some dog in him. I mean, Odell Beckham. We're talking like the OG of the dog meter.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right.
I'm not saying he's got the highest amount of dog, but previous dog points.
Right.
Previous dog
right.
points. Nah, Ben, we appreciate you. I know you've been in here before. I remember you, brother. You're all good. I remember you. Anybody else got some dog? Who's got some dog in this range?
Mac Hollins, because
Melton?
he can fix up all. Mac Hollins, because he can fix up my entire home if he wanted to. I feel, in all seriousness, it's Khalif Raymond, but this is fun. Just picking out random people.
You think it's Khalif Raymond?
Yeah, I think it's Khalif Raymond.
Well, we take
actually, Naylor. Go the Vikings. We're Vikings fans.
Oh, look at that. Got him in.
Buzzer beater.
Let's recap this team quick. Here we go. Lamar Jackson.
You want to explain it? Sweet.
Oh no, yeah. We'll explain it. Elijah Cooks. Yeah, Elijah Cooks got some dog. We might have missed out there. Might have missed out on a little bit of Elijah Cooks. Let's go back to we'll do the full draft here. We'll go through. So here you go. You can actually see.
Hold on. We grade this draft
our
based on
picks.
how much dog they have.
The all dog draft.
The all dog draft.
Bo Melton. Ben agrees. Bo Melton got some dog. Brees Hall at 2. Let's answer this quick. Brees Hall at number 2, crazy. Half PPR 12-man league. I don't hate that. I don't hate Brees Hall at 2. I prefer one of the wide receivers, but like I'm not gonna. If somebody did it, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh. But I prefer two of the. I prefer CD and Tyreek for sure. But you could also take him ahead of CD and say, well, the contract dispute. I also don't blame you there.
Yeah.
Let's quick recap this team. We'll answer a few more questions to close out our time here then. Chris McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, the first 3 picks. As you could tell, we were not looking at a very sexy wide receiver board. I think we were actually fortunate to probably get Devontae Adams there to lock down as our wide receiver 1. But then, again, it was Mike Evans, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf, Kyron or Saquon we were looking at. And honestly, Kyron is just the easiest click there. Sucks in terms of building out wide receiver depth, but we had elected to go that route. Then we were we were staring dead at a Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews stack, which is extremely tough to pass up on there. Again, some other guy, if T Higgins and Amari Cooper were there, I think we would have gone that route instead of taking the Andrews Jackson stack. But it was kind of hand gifted to us, so we took it. Followed that up then, handful of wide receivers: Deontay Johnson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cortland Sutton. Guy Deontay Johnson, who could literally draw 145 targets this year. JSN, who probably a year 2 breakout candidate, and Cortland Sutton, who Bo Nix's wide receiver 1 most likely will probably be catching the touchdowns again in Denver. Followed that up with Jonathan Brooks as a stellar running back 3 on this team. Who got no dog in him? Who?
Cortland Sutton.
Oh yeah, Cortland Sutton. Not much dog. Not much dog in Cortland
Sutton. Not much dog in that one.
Not much dog in Cortland Sutton. Jonathan Brooks, then we took as our running back 3, which I think is great behind CMC and Kyron Williams, because we really don't need Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks got no dog in him?
No, Gabe Davis has no dog in him.
Oh yeah, Gabe Davis got no dog in him.
No dog in that one. Oh man.
Then with 80 Mitchell. You want a guy who's got dog? 80 Mitchell got some dog. 80 Mitchell got some dog. Let's go. J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Algier. Then really should have taken Nick Chubb with one of those 2 picks, but it took a couple. Took a couple dogless guys there. I mean, Tyler Algier.
Algier got some sneaky dog in him. Not
J.K.
Dobbins,
Dobbins ain't got none of that though. J.K. Dobbins got none of that. Demarcus Robinson, some sneaky dog. Then you got Geno Smith, Kobe Parkinson, Javon Baker, the ultimate dog pick of the draft, and Jalen Naylor. So he for real had some major toe drag swag last year. He did. That is true. He really, really did. Algier got that dog. He's a beast. Absolutely. Tyler, realistic grade. Then we'll give a dog grade. Well, okay, so you got to deal with a literal dog first. Mo said, I heard dog. I came because I heard dog. We got to get the dog on the stream since we're talking about dog. Ain't that right, Mo? Mo got that dog in him. He 100%
Mo got all the dog.
100% dog. He 100% dog. Realistic grade?
C+.
B-. Okay, I'm more generous than you. Dog grade? C+.
B+.
Okay. We'll settle in the middle on a B. Let's answer a few more questions quick time before we sign off here. Grace asking for a sleeper team on defense.
Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets are a good one. A lot of your people are going to be looking at the 49ers, going to be looking at the Ravens, are going to be looking at the Eagles. Like
the Browns.
I'm good with the Browns, right? The Browns are another one. I'm good. I like the Jets there. It's Mo.
Mo's back.
Ben's even more generous. B+, A-.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate your generosity, Ben. Appreciate it, man. Here's another one. Drew popped in a while ago with a Debo or Cup. Who would you rather have? I have them back to back in my rankings right now.
Well,
I think
Cup,
one spot ahead of Debo.
I think the analyst in me says Cup, but the dog meter in me says Debo.
There you go. If you're drafting off dog, you're drafting Debo because that is a grown man in Debo Samuel there. It's a nice team. Sutton's a dog. Ben disagrees with you, Ty. Sutton's a dog. You got that dog in him.
You have to you don't balance it out with no dogs, but someone has to be kind of the scapegoat and take the no dog title,
Love the dog meter. There we go. We got an approval from Drew on the dog meter for the draft guide next year. Last one we'll answer. Luke McCaffrey, he got dog in him. I'm gonna say no. He's getting outplayed by De'Ami Brown. He's getting outplayed by De'Ami Brown in training camp. You can't get outplayed by De'Ami Brown in training camp. Olamide Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is getting hype over Luke McCaffrey. You can't have dog and get outplayed by Olamide Zacchaeus.
And your brother's Christian McCaffrey. Oh no!
Disgrace to the family name. I do think Luke McCaffrey could turn into a nice little player. He's got like 5% dog. I'll give him.
That's being gracious.
If you ever want to play on Underdog with us, we're doing these drafts weekly. We only got one more week of this till the start of the season.
Then we got battle royales, baby.
Then we'll be doing. Well, I kind of want to do a battle royale stream every week.
Dude, battle royales are fun.
You and I could get into some battle royales. Maybe we should do a battle royale stream every week. I would like that.
I like it.
If you ever want to play with us, we'll be doing more streams all season long as well. Like Ty said, we'll be doing pick'em on Sundays. We'll be doing Sunday kickoff Q&As with pick'ems as well. Make sure you're following us, subscribe. If you want to play with us over on Underdog, code FELLAS. That link is down in the description of the video you are watching, the live stream you are watching. Excuse me. 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Underdog just recently made that change. They'll give you a Breece Hall free square for week 1 as well. We'll make sure to send you our 2024 draft guide as well. Underdog sends us all that information, so we'll make sure a draft guide gets in your hands as well. Acoustic dog. Speaking of dog meter, Acoustica dog pops in the chat. Well, we'll recap the team one more time, then I got to sign off. I got to be somewhere. Chris McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Deontay Johnson, JSN, Cortland Sutton, Jonathan Brooks, Gabe Davis, A.D. Mitchell, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Rozier, Demarcus Robinson, Geno Smith, Kobe Parkinson, Javon Baker, because dog, and Jalen Naylor in the final round. Grayson, make that dog meter quick. I got to draft a team based on only dog. Follow up with me next week, Grayson. I gotta schedule a call for our large group team meeting anyway. So follow up with me on the dog meter. Mo. We love Mo.
We love Mo.
Alrighty, Ty. We got to sign off here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be live again. You and Cameron going live on Monday again?
For the last time before the season starts.
Yep, I'll be going live. I'll be live Wednesday as well. Maybe I'll get Ty or Cameron to join, one of the two. But hey, thanks for tuning in, y'all. We really do appreciate your support over here. Love having fun with you all on a Wednesday night. So stay safe, stay healthy, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notices so you know when we go live next and when all of our newest content is up. Deuces.